Stockpile Hobbies.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Stockpile Hobbies. So first off, I'd like to thank everyone who has subscribed so far. We have over 230 subscribers, I believe. Please keep sharing the channel and coming back and seeing the videos. Really appreciate it. Been doing a good job, I think, with getting some videos out here. It's been a pretty hectic week around here. Been doing a lot of automotive things, going to auctions and things and whatnot. But today we got a big project coming up. I'm going to start right now. We're going to be priming all of these bodies. I'm going to use some nail polish remover and take off all the decals and tampos or whatever, get all that off. I'm going to paint them all white to start, and then we're going to start adding the colors to them. I got 3 chassis here to repair, and I have 3 brand new chassis that I'm going to be applying to some of the cars up here. The first one here is a mean green chassis that I bought. It has double flange wheels, so it actually has a flange on the outside of the wheel to stop the tire from coming off. So we're going to be painting these wheels white, and they're going to be going on our Blue Devil race team Superbird here. And then I have 2 X-Traction cars here, just standard cars. I'm going to be upgrading the magnet on them. And then we're going to throw those chassis onto these Cudas here. The Cudas have the pullback Auto World chassis on them. Pretty cool. You can use these for rollers for something else. This is a Hot Wheels car. This can get the heck out of here. We're going to be drilling the hole in the hauler so that the Superbird will sit flat in the hauler. Not ready to do the bottom yet. I got to get a 4-gear car before I start cutting into the metal here. But yeah, we're going to get started on all these things here. I got to get a face mask before I start sanding down this Cadillac as well. So this will be coming up probably next week. I'll start customizing the Cadillac as well. That's an old AFX chassis that I'm probably not going to use. I should probably sell it actually. But yeah, and I'm going to get the rider off this motorcycle. I had over 150 views, I think, on the video, and not one person put a comment on how to get this guy off the chassis, how to open it up. So I'm gonna just take it off somehow, and if it breaks, it breaks. So well. So lots of things to do here. I'm going to get started now. I also am going to be, while paint is drying, we're going to be adding in the long straight pieces of track to replace any combination tracks I use to make that length track. Add some more guardrails, and that video for the Pro Racing Center will be coming up soon as well. So right now, to get started, I am going to, first off, I think I'm going to paint the wheels really quick white. I'm also going to paint the wheels white on the Porsche Blue Devil to match. I think it will look cool if they're all white wheels. They're all going to have a little bit different blue, but that's what it's going to be. I also have a lot here I'm going to be putting on eBay. I have a bunch of just roller chassis and parts. I'm going to put them all in one lot and try and recoup some money as well. All right, I have the paint drying for the white wheels for the Superbird and the Porsche 930. So now we're going to open up these brand new Auto World X-Traction chassis here, and we're going to upgrade the magnets on them. There's one. Beautiful. Already has the silver wheels. The other one is exactly the same. Now all we have to do is come in from the top. Right behind my finger there, my fingernail, is a little hole where we can push that magnet out and then put our new earth magnet in that I got. I bought these off eBay. I have one left from the old set, and I have a whole pack of new ones because every one of these I buy, I upgrade these magnets on. So let's push out a magnet. So from my dental kit that I also got off eBay, I have a pick tool here, and I'm literally just going to put this into the hole from the top where we can access the magnet here, and just push it out. There it goes. And as you see, we have our magnet. So new earth magnets are actually smaller in diameter than the one that I just took out. But with a little dab of super glue, it will stay right in place. I like using Loctite super glue gel. The stuff comes out as a nice little, like a gel as it is. It goes in place and you put the magnet on. All right, let's add our dab of super glue. There it goes. Put that in there. Do the other one. we go. Now for the fun part. Getting this to go in without it sliding around all over the place and getting glue on my fingers. That's what usually happens. Now I'll take the back end of the screwdriver here and just try and locate it in the magnet cavity there. It's going to take some persuading sometimes. But once it goes, it's usually good. There it goes. Oh. It's always drawn over to the motor magnet as well. Gotta hold it for a couple seconds in place. And while I'm doing this, the other one's getting all tacky too, so I never did two at a time before. Hopefully that will stay now. No, it's still moving. I'm gonna blow on it. Perfect. They're both glued and setting up, drying nicely. So now we can move on to doing, I think, the hole in the car carrier here. I'm just going to put a hole right in the center line here. They already got the center line marked for me, so I'm just going to put a hole wide enough to accept the flag pin on an X-Traction car. Alright, so I have the Monaco State Police chassis on there because these are drying. And I think I identified a good spot to drill the hole, so we're going to do that now. Almost center. Beautiful, won't even come off. And now we have that mounted correctly, and we'll use these chassis once the magnets are dry, and it should be dry now. But these wheels are actually over there being painted. I just put the clear coat on these. I forgot these are for the Cuda. So, this can go back on the Monaco car. This is going to continue to wait for the clear coat to dry, and we'll put that all together and take a look at that with the white rims. Should look pretty cool. Now, we can put the tires back on these cars. Now to put the bodies on the cars. So, it looks like it's rubbing a little bit right here on both sides. I'm going to have to file that down a little bit, I think. We don't want any friction there on that. Alright, same gig. So I'm going to file the back part of the body just a little bit to make sure there's no resistance on the tires when we go to run these. It's going to cause some drag, it's going to slow the car down, and may even burn out the motor. So I'm going to get a file now and take that down. So I have a rat tail file here, and all I'm doing is very gently, and I'm supporting it with my finger, just going back and forth here on it. The passenger side looks good. I can see daylight between the wheel and the wheel well. So that's cool. Yeah, but the driver's side still needs a little more. It's just starting to make some clearance, but I want it a little bit more. So it's been about another hour, and I gotta say I'm really impressed with how these came out. The Porsche, it pops now with the white wheels, looks great. Matches the Superbird, looks good. I love the wide double-edged wheels on it. It gives a lot of the white a chance to show on it. Surprisingly, this blue here, I think it's all one tampo. I had to clean up a little flash around the wheels. It looks like that whole blue side of the car would just peel right off. That's really cool. That's how they do it. So basically, the whole car was painted orange, and then they stuck that tampo right over and got it to stick on there. It's a real slick way of doing it versus not having to paint it. I would love to learn how to do that and do that for my own customizations. I'm going to have to try and look into that. The Cudas came out great. I painted the window on both of them black again. This one was black, but it had some white residue on it. I wasn't sure what it was. It was all on the underside, so I painted the top side of them. The red Cuda had a red tinted window on it. I put the black on it now, and I feel like it's making the rest of the car pop. The red on it's really shining the chrome effect on it. They look amazing. I'm really happy with how these four cars came out. It looks great. The Superbird stays on the hauler now because I drilled a hole in it. It looks mint. Awesome. I'm now going to try to get this rider off. Let's go for broke. Hopefully not break it. It looks like these legs come out of the boot. I saw a pin in there. There we go. Oh, there we go. Oh, that gets him off. And he's off. Alright, now to get under the bike. It's like that comes off somehow. This too. There we go. Stuck under the back. If you see the screwdriver go through my finger, please call 911. The top off, and it's a sealed unit. I'm gonna crack this open. Why not, right? It's already broke. Doesn't work. There it goes. This is getting worse and worse the further I go into this. Get that tire back on. Nope, we'll just take it right out. There's the rear tire assembly. I don't wonder if anyone's ever video documented one of these coming apart before, dismantling this. Good thing I did, because I'm probably going to need the video to get it back together, right? Alright. This plate comes off the bottom. There's no way I'm going to get this to run. And right here, splitting, get the front tire out. A little more light. Go. There's the tire. Alright, we can see the motor now. Looks like there is there's a piece of metal here. The spring holding it together right here. I'm pushing it down right now. Good. I thought it just flew off into the abyss, but it did not. It's still here. That would have sucked. Alright, we have that. And there it goes. Oh, don't lose the springs. Jeez, I'm gonna hold this upside down so we don't lose that assembly. So there's the spring. That's gonna come right out, isn't it? Nope. There we go. Alright, let's set this aside. And same for the other side. I got the spring in my hand, it fell out. Okay. That's right there. Alright. Here's our motor. The comm is really dirty in there. You can try and clean that up. I think if I just touch the brush tubes to a power source, positive and negative, we can power the motor and see if it will spin. I almost want to rip the tubes out to see if the brushes are any good in there. That's riveted together. So what's interesting is I only see the one magnet here on top. I don't know, I think maybe that's why it didn't run, because it didn't have the rear magnets. And the rear magnets if they were traction magnets or if they're actually the other side of this magnet here to get the motor to actually spin. I just don't know. Shoot. Well, I have magnets. I could try and put one there and see what happens, I guess. You can scavenge one off another vehicle and just put it over here and see if that's what it needs. All right, let's start with, I'm going to clean the comm window here with my eraser like I always do in Select Car of the Week. And then I'll try running some leads to the brush tubes and see if we get any juice to go through it. So I got the commutator squeaky clean in there. The only other thing I can think of is this plate went underneath the motor, like this. And on the back side of the plate were the magnets. So I don't know if that acted as the traction magnets and also the opposite side motor magnets to get this thing to spin. What do I do? Do I try and take a magnet out of a car here and see if it works? Yeah, why not? I ripped a magnet out of a lifelike car. I know the different polarities, but I don't know if these two are the same or not, but it's resting there on the opposite side of that brass plate. I'm going to run the current in from the leads again and see if this will cause it to spin or not. Look at this Frankenstein setup. Oh, I would say that's success. Wow, we got it going. Awesome. So that's the problem there. It's missing that rear magnet that I saw on eBay on the other ones. I just need to glue a magnet down there. So I might be able to use a thin magnet from an HP7 chassis I have over there. I'm going to try and lay that here and see if it spins. Alright, so I have a HP7 magnet laying across there. It's still too thick, but this is how it should have looked on the actual chassis that I saw in the pictures. Let's see if this is strong enough or the right polarity to get the thing to run. It is. Oh, tell me I just did it. Tell me I just fixed this. Wow. Whoa, that's cool. I think we fixed it. I think we figured it out. Look at that. Oh, that's awesome. Let's get it all back together and see if this is balanced right, if this will go down the track or not. So it works. It's very temperamental. It's shorting out on the bottom plate. It's temperamental. And I won't even go. But if I isolate just the brush tubes with power, it works perfect like this. It's getting on the track now to get it to go. It's not having any of it. Alright, so I'm going to give it direct power again. That works fine, but like I said, when I put it down, it's shorting out. I don't know why this plate here is so wide, because you can see the burn marks like I said. So it's causing a short on the track when it runs. I think the magnet's low enough though, but right here on the sides, it's touching both tracks and causing a short. And again, I got these alligator clips that are pinching everything really hard. The spring doesn't seem like it's transferring the power to the tubes. For one moment here off camera, I put it down and I found out I had the gear on reverse because the motorcycle went reverse down the track. But then when I flipped it over now, I can't seem to get it to just be happy and go again. Oh, we had life there for a moment. Yeah, that's it. Will it go? No. I don't know why. Oh, it went a little bit. That's about all I can get it to do. Yeah, I mean, it kind of moves. see it sparking. Well, anyways, mystery solved. We know how this works now. I am curious if it is a different magnet than just the HP7 one that I slid in there. It makes sense to me that it would be different, but who knows? I'm gonna go look online. I'll check it out. But that's kind of cool. At least we know how this works now. So I think now's a good time as any to wrap up this video. I was hoping to do, try and do another slot car of the week with this thing, but it's just too temperamental. I'll take another look at it though and see if we can make out any more headway on what to do with the back there. But pretty cool. Got life going through it again. Really, really impressed with these cars here. Slot car of the week coming up is going to be the Superbird with the mean green armature in it. There's not really any upgrades to do to it. We'll add some oil to the wheels and other than that. But yeah, overall great progress, and the customizing is going to continue and begin over here in the meantime. I hope you liked this video. Please give a thumbs up if you did. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Please tell your friends about it if they enjoy this content. And keep having fun, everyone.